Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Henry's Hands On, a series where we like to take a look at the latest and greatest products. Today we're going to focus on greatest and talk about one of the more underrated cameras of 2018, the Panasonic G9. The Panasonic G9 was released in January of 2018, right beside the GH5S. I think this is one of the main reasons why the camera didn't get as much attention as it deserved, but the camera does have an overall nice feature set, and it has a few tricks that makes this camera quite compelling for some people. So let's jump right into it. Starting with ergonomic, the G9 has a rather large grip. It makes it comfortable to hold all day. I was walking around with this camera all day today and I didn't once feel like I was going to drop it. It also has a fully articulating display and a top-down screen. Now it has a massive viewfinder as well, which is quite nice. It makes it very easy to see the image, and it actually utilizes that massive viewfinder in an interesting way. And this is one of the features on this camera which I think is really important to some people. To the right-hand side of the viewfinder, there's a button which will control the size of the image in the viewfinder. It'll go from taking up full width to shrinking it down a fair bit. This is really useful if you're shooting with glasses. As anyone with glasses will tell you, it's impossible to see the edges of a frame in a normal viewfinder. Now the image quality for the G9 is great compared to other Micro Four Thirds cameras. The colors are fantastic, the dynamic range is good, and the low light is comparable to other Micro Four Thirds cameras on the market. But there's a little bit more to that low light that I'll get to a little bit later on. The G9 comes in at 20 megapixels, but offers an 80 megapixel mode as well. It does this by moving the sensor around with the in-body stabilization. The in-body stabilization on this camera is actually so unique, I think it deserves its own segment, so let's take some time and talk about it. The G9 is using Panasonic's dual IS2 system. This offers a ridiculous amount of stabilization. It uses both the body and the lens in tandem to offer even more stabilization than either one system could do on its own. With a standard DSLR, you don't really shoot below 1/60th or 1/30th of a second. But with this camera stabilization, it will allow you to go as low as 1/10th or even 1/5th of a second with regular shooting. Now, if you're shooting outside at night, you can push that to a full second exposure as long as you give yourself some time and you're willing to take 10 or 12 shots with this. So while this camera is more of a photography camera, it definitely does not lack in the video department. This camera not only offers 4K at 60p, but it also offers 180 frames per second when shooting full HD. That's higher than a lot of cameras that are meant for video. Now, like I said before, this camera is a stills camera, so it is lacking a couple of video features that would be nice. It's lacking good continuous autofocus, 10-bit color, and vlog. But for someone who's just looking to have some video options, this camera is absolutely a beast for most part-time video shooters. So guys, I know you guys know most of the specs of this camera, but there are a few I'm going to hit upon again just because they are so nice for this camera. We have the 20 frames per second shooting, great for sports. We have the 2 card slots, which is awesome when it comes to redundancy. I don't have to worry about losing data in the field. We have the great lens selection from Panasonic, which means we have a well-rounded and affordable lens selection. The customization of this camera is ridiculous. With 10 custom buttons, you can really make this camera yours, which speeds up everything you do with the camera. And my personal favorite, and I know I stressed this once before, but I'll stress it again, we have the V mode Panasonic has put in. It makes shooting with glasses a breeze. I personally don't wear glasses, but I have so many friends that use this camera that say that this is hands down the best feature about this camera. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this episode of Henry's Hands On. For more information, check out our website, our social media channels, or any one of our great locations across Canada. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm Malcolm from Henry's. Happy shooting, everyone.